Hey guys, this is Jimmy from Primer is Best. My wife is out here in the back. I don't know if you can see her or not through the windows. Uh, we're playing with this 66 Chevy truck just for a little bit. She's fixing to go to Zumba, and she has offered to put, this will be the third coat of that marine varnish on the bed. Man, doesn't that look good? She done a real good job. And another thing I want to thank my wife for is yesterday I just about made a terrible mistake. My wife signed us up for a 64 through 66 Chevy C10 truck site on Facebook. And this guy on Facebook had a bunch of lots of parts for 64, 5 and 6. And what I was interested in was a better grill for this truck. It was used. It's in better shape than this one. And I mean, this one will work. It'll have to work because it's all I got. But I was looking for one that's a little bit better shape, and his was come with the headlight bezels and come with everything. And so he said in the ad, he had a bunch of stuff, a steering wheel, just a whole bunch of miscellaneous stuff, for these trucks. And I was interested in the grill, and I thought, well, I ought to see how much it is. And it was a yeah, I mean, I barely got the text sent, and
his response was lightning quick.
Yeah, his response was really quick. And he said, "You still there?" And I said, "Yes." Anyway, the price of the grill was, he said he was in. Yeah, I'm trying to tell it. She's jumping ahead of me here, guys. That's how we talk. But yeah, it was $200 and then $55 shipping. And he supposedly was in Alabama, and I live here in East Tennessee. So I said, and then he texts back. He said, "Well, are you still there?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm still here." I was talking to my wife about it. I was showing it to her, and I'm so glad I did, because she's a lot smarter than I am. And my wife said, "What about the steering wheel and stuff?" And I said, "Well," "the steering wheel on this truck's fine. I mean, it's just an old shop truck, farm truck, found in the woods kind of truck. Anyway," I said, "it's going to be fine." And anyway, I said, "Do you accept PayPal?" He said, "Yes." And I said, "Okay." So I showed it to my wife, and I said, the grill he has, he said he was selling it out of his dad's garage, getting rid of stuff that his dad used to have. So, and you might know, 64, 65, 66 Chevy C10 truck on Facebook. And I don't know why, what gets me bumfuzzled is, I don't know why the moderator or whoever's in charge of the site doesn't keep better tabs on what's going on. But anyway, my wife I showed her that, and she clicked on his profile and stuff, and come to find it out, he had a bunch of people that left comments, negative comments, saying it's a scam, it's a scam, it's a scam. And let me help you. So anyway, my wife texts back, and she said, "We've been reading the comments and said it's a scam."
We feel like it may be a scam.
We feel like, well, same thing. We feel like it may be a scam. And he said, "Oh, okay." So he was done with us at that point. And then he went through on his profile, and he deleted every comment, which every one was negative, saying
Deleted everything.
yeah, deleted everything. And I think he come up with a different name too, didn't he? He said
Phone number for where he was not the area code.
Yeah, his phone number, area code said he lived in Florida, which, I mean, I can kind of understand if you're selling your dad's stuff, if your dad passed away, whatever the case is. And careful with that bed.
Point away from me.
So, yeah, it was a weird deal, and I I'm just glad my wife clicked on it, because I get excited just like when I go to a junkyard. I get excited. Hey, you know, I'm ready to get it, you know. So anyway, I didn't get the grill, but my point is, some of these folks are in it just to make money and to scam you out of yours. So be real careful. I thought because it was on a particular website, you know, you have to answer questions and stuff like that. You know, do you have one, or blah blah. You know, they ask stupid questions, and you know, I thought maybe, you know, the moderator would kind of keep an eye on stuff, but evidently not, because he's still on there, still doing it. And I think he's even got a different profile name now. Yeah, you got it. Not that I'm criticizing. You're doing a great job. That looks really good. Anyway,
That's what I think too.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, y'all just be careful if you know, run across stuff like what we just.
He actually had a friend that had a car on his Facebook, and it was, oh man, it was a low mileage, good price, just a good story.
Yeah, I mean, we actually thought about buying it. It's such a great deal.
Him. Well, actually, we did contact him, and somebody had hacked
his Facebook, and they had his car on there for sale. And
not his car, just a car.
Just a car. Well, he said it belonged. He said it belongs to my daughter. She no longer needs it. Blah blah blah. And it's a real nice car.
But it really wasn't.
It really wasn't him, and it really wasn't his daughter's car. So I don't know. People just have to be careful. And I just about took for $255, and I probably would have bought some more if I kept looking at the pictures a little bit more. But anyway, I want to thank my wife for keeping me grounded, so to speak, so I don't you know, do stupid stuff. One time on eBay Motors, while she's at work, I bought a set of wheels, didn't I? And do you remember that?
No. You
was at work, and I was here at home, and I bought a set. This for that 62 Impala, and I wound up getting the wheels. It's like $1,400 or $1,500, which is a lot of money back then. And you know, somebody kept running it up, you know, and I kept it on clicking. Well, I won, and then I realized, oh my goodness, I didn't even consult my wife or nothing. Or yeah,
have to consult me.
I don't know what kind of medication you're on, but I'm gonna check it out and ask the doctor to give you some more. But anyway, I had to explain to her over the phone that I had bought a set of wheels, and she didn't know nothing about it. She doesn't remember. You don't.
You can buy stuff without me.
Like I said, she's on some kind of something. I'm not sure what it. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to leave her alone while she's in this state of mind. Anyway, while she's doing that, I'm gonna. We washed this truck several weeks ago, and when it was too cold to be washing the truck, and didn't really do a great job. But we did clean the windows on the outside. I'm going to try, the best of my ability, just for a few minutes, play with this truck and maybe clean the glass inside and out. Now, y'all might not agree with what I'm going to do, but I've done this hundreds of times, and it seems to work. So I'm going to clean the outside of the windows with some turtle wax and paste. And when it gets dry, I got this 0000 fine wool, steel wool, 000, 4 zeros, and I'm going to deep clean the window. You know, it'll get around the edges and stuff pretty good. And doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to do my best. And then I'm going to try to tackle the insides. I'll have to take all this stuff out to do that, but that's been getting on my nerves. You know, sometimes I lay in the bed and I think, well, I wish I could find enough time or whatever. We had to run some errands today, so when you get home, like we were talking, as soon as you get back home from running errands and whatnot, why, it's time to, you know, the day's gone. And this is the one pretty day we're going to have. Rain starts tomorrow, and it's supposed to last all the way 2 or 3 days. I know I mention that just about every time, but that's the truth. So, are you about done?
I am.
Okay, I'm going to pause this here, guys, and I'm going to put the lid on that before we spill it. And want to thank my wife again for jumping out here real quick to put one more coat on. Boy, it looks really good.
One more on after this.
One more? Well, we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to let this dry for, it'll have several days because we're going to get rain. So hang in there with me, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I got the lid on the marine varnish can. And while I was at it, I went ahead and put my turtle wax on the outside of this windshield. Like I said, I've already washed the outside of the windows once. Wasn't a real good job. It was cold that day, and my wife was helping me, and we was in a hurry. Just wanted to get the first layer of dirt off this truck. This truck's set for, if you're new to the channel, the truck's set for a long time, years, and in one feller's garage for 17 years. And the guy that had it for 17 years that I just mentioned, he bought it from another guy, and he had it for years in his garage. So I don't know how long the truck is set, but it's sitting on a 72 C10 truck frame. And it turned out really good. Now my friend's GM Tim 38, his name is Brian on YouTube. You need to check out his YouTube channel. GM Tim, T-I-M, GM Tim, the number 38, GM Tim 38. You need to check him out because a lot of my stuff winds up over there and at Gas Axe Chop Shop with Tim Dixon. Now Tim's on Facebook if you type in Gas Axe Chop Shop, Gas Axe Chop Shop. And Tim's got lots of pictures and videos of stuff that he, poor feller, him and Brian both have worked on, just pure junk that I've owned and have. But anyway, check out those two guys for me and tell them you heard about them from Primer is Best, which is what you're watching now. Anyway, getting back to this real quick. I'm probably going to get some flack because people's going to say every time I do, I've done this for years. And what I do, you don't have to do it. You don't have to. I get people that likes to argue, and I'm not going to argue with you. I mean, if you don't want to do it, if you think it's going to destroy the windshield or whatever, then don't do it. I mean, I'm not going to argue with you back and forth on YouTube in the comment section over, you just ruined your window or whatever. I've done this for years. If you don't want to do it, like I said, don't do it. It's fine. I don't care. This is what I do on my trucks or my cars, whatever. Some people will just argue with a signpost, and life's too short to be doing that, in my opinion. So I mean, I'm showing you what I'm doing. If you want to try it, that's just like putting penetrol on or anything else that we will be doing to this truck. Hopefully soon we get done rattle can painting it. But I mean, there's a lot of things. You look at it and see if you want to try it. If you do, then you try a little spot. I mean, I'm just showing you what I do. It's on me. It's my truck. If I decide to go out here and run it in a ditch or whatever, I mean, it's my truck. So, I mean, I'm sorry, guys. I'm just thinking about comments that I have read in the past, and it just gets ridiculous. And I think some folks just enjoy arguing. I am not one of those folks. I will delete or ignore, anything that starts out like some kind of argument. Does that make sense? Anyway, life's too short. I'm going to stay happy. And I hope that you feel the same way. I mean, too many other things to do and think about and be concerned about besides arguing about what I'm doing. Now, you're still going to see this. I haven't even cleaned the inside. And I don't know how good it's going to clean up. This is a 66. I've been trying to get that off, and I got it. That turtle wax really does a kind of like a deep cleaning. And then this 0000 steel wool, it's real light. And I'm putting some pressure on it, but I'm not really bearing down, and it's not going to hurt it. I've done this on all my cars and trucks for years. And I've been doing this stuff for years like this. And like I said, if you decide you want to try it, you go ahead, try your little spot. I mean, I don't mean to be you know, talk about folks, whatever. That's not my thing. But you know, I just get tired of people that's never done it before, and then they're going to tell me, what am I doing wrong? Well, I think you need to go back to school or whatever before you start. Let's change the subject. Anyway, I just reminiscing about one particular, or no, several people that just get me down the road, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. That's another reason. Sometimes my wife and I were talking about this last night, and again, and you know, I forgot how the conversation came up, but we were talking about YouTube, and I told her, I said, you know, I'll tell you what, I said, I'll stop YouTube right now. I said, I'm just, you know, getting really, you know, I said, I can get so much done if I didn't have to do all this stuff here. I mean, I enjoy making new friends, and a lot of y'all's real good friends to my wife and myself. I mean, you've checked on me and my wife when we had COVID and stuff, and I mean, I truly do appreciate it. I really do. You know, it means a whole lot, but sometimes I just get kind of burnt out on doing YouTube. And I told my wife, I said, we talked about it for a while again last night, and I said, she said, well, just go ahead and quit if you feel that strongly about it. And I said, okay. And I don't know, a few minutes later, she started talking to me again about it. And I said, well, I already had it in my head what I was going to say, you know, that to tell everyone thanks for watching, but, you know, I'm kind of done, and wish you well, whatever. But I guess I'll just carry on a little while longer. But you know, in my mind, I'm just wanting to just quit it, I think, doing YouTube videos, and just call it a day, I guess. Anyway, there's that. I think I got all of it off. When I do the insides, I'll be able to tell much more. So let's get on these windows now. And you know what I was thinking? After I can't do the back. I'm not going to do the back glass because my wife has all this stuff wet. That won't take but a minute to do anyway. So I'm going to continue working on the outside glass and get it looking the best I can. You can see some of the, maybe you can, I don't know. Let me stand over here. It's just really dirty. And you can see the corners here. I'm going to try to clean all that up with the steel wool. Like I said, this truck's set for years, and trying to get in a position where you can see how dirty it is, but I don't think it's gonna show in the camera. Anyway, no matter. I'm gonna put some wax on it and do both sides, and then I'll get right back with you, okay? So hang in there with me, guys. Okay, guys, I have put wax on the outside of this window, and I got my steel wool cleaned it off, and I've rolled the window down a little bit. Remember, this truck's set for years. At least it's set for 17 years in one garage. So I don't know how long it's set in another guy's garage. But once again, to explain, you see different colors. I see different colors. There's black, there's red or orange, whatever. Teal. I mean, I look at everything, but the guy that originally started working on this truck, fixing this truck up, he took the best parts of everything he could find. I mean, he might have started on this truck in the 80s. I mean, I honestly don't know. I just know it's set for a long time. And I mean, there wouldn't no calling somebody up on the phone and saying, hey, send me this and this and this and this, because they probably didn't reproduce the parts. So he went around, the story I heard was he went around and put the best parts on, from what he could find at salvage yard, swap meets, whatever, and put them on this truck. So when you look at the truck, you're seeing the very best of what that feller could find at the time. And I'm kind of thinking it's probably started in the 80s, and there wasn't no calling up on the telephone or nothing, really. I mean, there was some places, but y'all remember Hemmings Motor News? I mean, I used to get that every month, and that was kind of, I used to look forward to stuff like that. But I mean, as far as buying aftermarket parts, you weren't going to find any. You leaving? Leaving? Are you leaving?
Yes, I shall return.
Okay, hang on, guys. Okay, Mrs. PIB's going to Zumba with her friends and work out in the gym and all that other kind of good stuff. She's in a lot better shape than I'm in, but she enjoys hanging out with her friends, and I encourage her to have a good time with her friends. So yeah, getting back on this, I cracked the window just a little bit. Some of this stuff is paint from where we painted this truck. We done a really quick job painting this part of the truck because we were wanting to put this wood in here. I know y'all know this already, but sometimes I do get new subscribers. We was wanting to put the wood in here and not have any paint, accidentally get onto the plywood, and so I had to order new strips. And like I said, you need to subscribe to GM 1038 on YouTube. Him and his dad Charlie and myself put the wood in, and let me tell you, it's a challenge trying to get all that wood, cut it and get it all up under here bolted down. It was, with all these bolts, it was Brian and Charlie done an excellent job. I'm so proud to have them for my friends. Anyway, so yeah, let's get on this. I'm just trying to get the edge of this window cleaned up here best that I can. It's cleaning up. It's just, man, this dirt has been on here for a long time. And that's another reason why I like really fine steel wool. Anyway, you see what I'm doing. I'm just cleaning off the edge here. Going to do this vent window as well. And then I got to do the other side the same way. So hang in there with me, guys. I'll get this part done. I won't bore you any more than I have to. And I'll see y'all in just a bit. Okay, guys. A lot has happened since when I ended the video cleaning the glass on the other side over there. Just going to show you. Maybe you can see better from here how dirty it is on the inside. I'm not going to get to the insides today. I had one of my friends come over, and we talked for a pretty good while, just kind of catching up on things. You know how friends are, and I'm not going to drag all this stuff out. And on top of that, my wife is going to be home in just a few more minutes, and I'm going to grab a shower before she gets here. And but I was going to show you what I got done. There was a little sticker on here. The gas cap, the rubber, the grommet, the gas tank is all new on this truck. And there's some glue there that I got off with the car wax and the steel wool. And but I'm going to show you the next time I get this truck out. If I have enough time, I'm going to clean the inside of these windows. I don't know what those streaks are. It looks like some kind of glue for the rubber, but we'll get all that off. And I might wax the dash, and clean up the steering wheel, clean up the shifter, and the turn signal lever, stuff like that, the tack and all that stuff. That's an old tack. But oh yeah, I cleaned up my handle here, nice and shiny again. And I better put my window up or I'm going to forget. I think I've got it up. Yep. But of course I'll have some more detailing to do on the glass. It's just been sitting so dirty for such a long time, but at least I got the outside done. The main thing I was wanting to do today, because it is such a beautiful day, at least for now, was to put another coat of marine varnish on, which my wife did. She's in a lot better shape than I am, and she offered to do it, and I told her I'd do it, but I guess she just likes to stay busy. She likes to play with these old trucks too, and I'm awful blessed to have her. Anyway, here comes my plane, that time of year. But yeah, I got my glass all clean. I'm gonna clean up my door handles and stuff next time I get the truck out, and you know, I'm just gonna do some general cleaning on the truck. It hadn't been clean. I hadn't even touched the inside, so I mean, I don't know. I did go to the store today and picked up some let's see, what was it? Semi-gloss flat black. I mean, you know, semi-gloss black paint is what I'm trying to say. And seemed like I got something else. Anyway, I got some paint, and I'm getting ready to, you know, light in on this truck as soon as we get enough warm days. And you know, but I live in East Tennessee, and you know, a lot of times by the time it gets warm enough to do anything, you know, it's already middle of the afternoon, and now it's the latter part of the afternoon, and it's kind of hard to get your motivation going when you know as soon as you drag something out, you're gonna have to put it right back up. So, and this video is getting quite long, and I apologize for that. So that's what I was saying about. Anyway, we won't get into all that. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. I'm real proud of my wife for helping me today real quick, and let me know what you think about this old 66 Chevy truck. And boy, I'm so glad I didn't get took on that grill. There's a bunch of scammers out there. I get scam calls all the time. Maybe you do too. I don't ever say anything. I answer it, and you know, I don't say nothing, and they finally hang up. But I don't know. It's just, this world's gone crazy, hasn't it? I never would have thought this. I'm 67, and I'm seeing things that I never ever thought that I'd see in my lifetime, and things are just happening quicker and quicker and quicker. So anyway, I'm glad I got the outside done. So now I can concentrate on the inside. I think this is going to be a really dandy little old truck once we get it cleaned up, get it all painted and all that kind of stuff, put our patina on it, and you know, get the exhaust run on it, and you know, just little things. I mean, it moves under its own power now, and that's, you know, that's awesome. It's got a, if you are new to the channel, I try to act like on every video, try to remember that sometimes there are folks that might have just jumped on board. It's got a 1991 Chevy truck engine in it. Excuse me, I'm sorry guys. I've had COVID, and I'm just kind of struggling. Anyway, it's a good motor, and my friend GM1038 on YouTube, Brian, and his dad put it in for me, and the first motor that was in it was not any good. Pulled it out, and I was going to go with a 307 that Brian had out of a Nova, I think it was. Yeah, Nova. Chevy Nova car, a four-door car. And I come to find out that motor wasn't any good. So Brian pulled the motor out of his 91 Chevy truck that he was going to use for parts anyway. I think he had a use for the engine, but he let me buy it from him. So what a great guy, a great friend. But anyway, when you look at everything, you know, if you think about undertaking a project like this one, for example, or you know, anything, an old car, an old truck, think about all the money that's involved in, and time. You know, new master cylinder, you know, engine freshened up, you know, putting power steering on this truck. This truck didn't have power steering. It's a 66, remember, sitting on a 72 truck frame. New heater core, had to buy a battery, didn't have one. New radiator, you know, this, you know, water pump, you know, carburetor, you know, everything that you can possibly think of that you might take for granted. Well, you know, it's happening once you get started. Now, I'm trying to tell all this stuff in my videos, guys, in case one of these days, if somebody decides they want to buy this truck, or are interested in it or interested in my other two trucks, the 84 Chevy C10 truck, Left Turn Bill, that's the name of it, or my 78 C10 truck, Billy James. And of course my 1980 truck is not home yet. But just in case anybody's ever interested in anything I have, I don't hide anything. I tell you straight up, watch the videos, see if it's something you're interested in. If not, good luck to you. Find something else. It doesn't matter two hoots to me. I'm in a unique position that I don't have to sell anything. Fortunately, thank God, I don't have to sell nothing. So I mean, I can keep this from now on. But normally, somebody kind of mentioned, hey, would you be willing to sell it? Blah blah blah. Anyway, that's why I do these videos for the most part. Anyway, I hope y'all's having a great day today. I'm so blessed to be alive, but I got to get this stuff all cleaned up, put up, closed up, and get me a shower before my wife gets here. Hope y'all's having a blessed day. It is a beautiful day today. I'm so looking forward to warm days and spring, summer, and enjoying some of these beautiful sunny days with no rain. And that's why I was wanting to get that bed done so quick. The varnish, I mean, there's not much yellow pollen floating around. I mean, there's pollen, but it's not real bad yet here in East Tennessee. Here in a little bit, a few more weeks or so, everything's just going to be covered in yellow. Washing your car and stuff is just out of the question. I mean, you're just wasting your time. And anyway, I think my wife said she's going to put another coat on the bed. I don't really see the need for it, but whatever she wants to do will be fine. I think it looks just fine like it is, but she said maybe one more coat. But the bed and the engine's the best thing on the truck, in my opinion. But no, it's a good old truck. It just needs a little bit of help here and there, and we'll get to it in time. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, Prime It Is Best, I'd be grateful. You won't miss anything if you do that. Hit the little notification bell and you won't miss any of my videos. When I post one up, you'll get a notification that, hey, I posted a video up. And I'm also on Facebook, Prime It Is Best, and Instagram, Prime It Is Best. I have a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget, and I'm on Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. I occasionally put videos up there as well. Hopefully it's something that you might be interested in. And I thank y'all for watching, and hope y'all will come back again to Prime It Is Best and Man on a Budget. And y'all have a blessed day today. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, guys. God is great. God is good. And I'm so happy to be alive. Please pray for others and help someone out if you can. Even if it's just getting someone's grocery buggy for them, or opening a door for somebody, or, I mean, it's a shame to say, but I see people, that's kind of struggling to get in and out of a building or something sometimes, and sometimes people won't even help you open the door, and shouldn't be that way. Really shouldn't. So I try to help whenever I can. You should do the same thing. The Lord is watching. So y'all have a great day. God bless each and every one of y'all. Catch you in the next one, guys. I'll see y'all later.